This video is sponsored by Squarespace. FilmicPro just released their DoubleTake app today, and it creates a lot of opportunities, but also some challenges that I'm concerned not everybody is noticing. So let me tell you 5 ways to overcome those challenges right now. So in case you didn't see any of these other videos, with the DoubleTake app from FilmicPro, you can now record 2 cameras simultaneously, which is really awesome for people who are using iPhones to create interview footage, to do like whether it's documentary, commercial business, whatever it is. If you're using an iPhone to create stories like that, being able to shoot 2 camera angles at once is pretty amazing. As you know, oftentimes we will shoot 2 cameras at once in any interview, but generally they're, cameras, and now you can do that on your iPhone. The thing is, as you can see here, generally there's a good amount of space between camera A and camera B. So camera A is wider, right now it's 50mm equivalent. Camera B is a little bit tighter, it's 85mm equivalent, and I'll show you what that looks like. So as you can see, the whole entire background changes just because of how far apart they are from each other. It's about a foot apart from each other. But as you know, on an iPhone, those 2 cameras are a couple centimeters apart from each other, which creates a bit of an issue. So here's how you overcome that issue if you want to use this tool for filmmaking. I should also mention at this point that even if this app in no way interests you whatsoever, you could still keep watching because these tips work for any interview, even if you're using a traditional camera setup. Rule number 1 is always get trash cans out of your shot. If there's one thing I hate more than anything else in any shot ever, it's trash cans. So now this is using FilmicPro DoubleTake. This is the shot that we've got. You can see that when I cut between them, the background is almost exactly the same because the cameras are almost exactly on top of each other. First thing is, you're gonna get comfortable with cropping, okay? That's the way that you're going to make this really line up and really feel a lot more natural. So you're gonna shoot in 4K, but you're gonna end up cropping in order to make these 2 angles match a bit better. Second thing, and you probably know this, but just in case you don't, even though you have 2 angles, it still is a great idea to cover your cuts with B-roll. Covering cuts with B-roll is still probably your go-to, even in this scenario. Okay, tip number 3 comes to actually shooting. Don't have them look straight into the camera array. To the 3 cameras there. Have them look slightly off to the side. And that just has a more natural feel. It's a little bit more laid back. They're looking off to the side of the camera, generally at the interviewer, which might be you. So in that case, just something you always want to remember is have your face right in the same kind of horizontal line as the camera. You don't want them looking way up or looking way down. You want them looking in the same plane, but off to the side. You know what, maybe this whole video is just making you upset and you're like, I wish that this video was a list on like a readable list on a website as opposed to a video. Well, it is. Thanks to Squarespace, I have a blog where now you could go and you could just read all of this information if you want to. So, feel free to do that. Why don't I say a couple more words about Squarespace? As you know, I absolutely love Squarespace. They're the sponsor of this video. They sponsor so many creators that I love and love to watch, and I'm just very thankful for them. Recently built my website on their platform. It's incredibly simple. I had a couple of issues like trying to root over my domain name and talk to customer service. Award-winning customer service, like they were fantastic with me. There's a bunch of amazing templates for you to showcase your work. After you make one of these interviews on your phone, you wanna put it up somewhere, you wanna do a little write-up about it, there's amazing templates for your portfolio so that you can win more clients and get more interviews. If you would like to try Squarespace, there's a link right down in the description. Check it out, get a free trial, and then when you're ready to make a purchase, you can use the code CODYWARNER to get 10% off. Squarespace, thanks again. Okay, when it comes to the edit, and this is my biggest tip, you want to match the location of the subject's eye or the focal point that we're looking at on the person from shot to shot. and that's where you're gonna be cropping and moving around a bit. If you position the person's eye in frame in the same place from shot to shot, it's far less jarring when you make the cut and much less noticeable, and that's what ends up really selling the effect. You can and should be doing that in your regular 2-camera setups as well. And I feel this last one, it's you're probably not doing it, but some of you are, and I'd like you to stop. Unless you're going for that 80s power ballad look, never crossfade in between these two angles. Okay, just don't do that. Also, don't ever shoot in 30 frames per second. There will be plenty of occasions where either on purpose or by mistake, you are going to break these rules, and that's totally fine. I just want you to know the rules so that you can have fun breaking them. There's definitely a time and a place to break all of these on purpose, and if you do it by mistake, think of a reason why you did it. Hit that Squarespace link, make a website for yourself. Seriously, game changer. Thanks so much for being here.